Welcome back everyone to another video on Battlefield 6, and in this video we're going to be looking into the latest server-side changes that have been made in Battlefield 6 and what they have changed throughout this week, where they have updated weapons, modes and back-end stability, and I'm going to break it all down for what has changed. So before I get into all the stuff they changed early in the week, if you've been playing a lot during this week, you may have noticed some cases bullets didn't register damage correctly when hitting enemies and it felt like you were doing nothing at all. Well, that was an actual issue. It wasn't you missing your shots. It was an issue with the game. And they are aware of reports of rare cases where bullets may not register damage correctly when hitting enemies. Following their investigation, they found this was related to certain weapon attachment combinations. A hotfix was deployed to address known instances, but they will continue to monitor performance. So if you ever thought you clearly hit your shots, that was why. And also they have increased the out of bounds timer for vehicles on Manhattan Bridge, Conquest and Escalation from 5 to 10 seconds, giving you more time to turn and get back onto the battlefield, and they will keep monitoring and will adjust further if needed. Now, I haven't seen them say anything about the NATO team on Manhattan Bridge not having a helicopter spawn, the attack chopper. So if you're unaware, on NATO on Manhattan Bridge, and I think it's on some other maps as well, the attack heli does not spawn for that team, so it's a bit of an unfair advantage with Patsamata getting their attack chopper and NATO not. But I haven't seen them say anything yet. And also just today, Battlefield 6 update 1.01.6 has released, and this minor quality of life update focuses on back-end stability to help them prepare ahead of the upcoming Battlefield 6 Season 1 updates. So all this update is just minor back-end updates improving stability ahead of the Season 1 update. Now let's get into what they have changed throughout this week. So the rush mode ticket count for some maps was increased from 75 to 100 tickets. Sniper rifles muzzle velocities got nerfed. The M2010 ESR was reduced from 900 ms to 800 ms, and the PSR was reduced from 750 to 720 ms. Shotgun projectiles now factor in drag, air resistance, which changes how far they travel and how spread works at distance. A bug fix, players who equipped certain melee weapons or knives and jumped were losing momentum or having movement halted. That's now addressed. Also, there are ongoing backend tweaks to hit registration and netcode issues that devs have acknowledged. On top of that, the Day 1 patch brought lots of core changes, adjustments to movement, slide to jump momentum, jump heights, inaccuracy when firing midair, weapon recoil tuning, map spawn fixes, UI tweaks, vehicle balance, and netcode improvements, and some smaller UI weapon gadget fixes, weapon accuracy improvements, less accuracy when firing in midair or sliding, netcode improvements to reduce cases where damage feedback was delayed or deaths felt unfair, and obviously they are going to continue to monitor that. So what does all this feel like in game right now? Well, the rush matches will last longer. With 100 tickets instead of 75, attackers will have more leeway to push the objective. Snipers, especially long-range setups, will need to adjust. The lower muzzle velocity means more bullet drop. Shots at distance or leading moving targets will demand recalibration. Shotguns lose some reach. The drag effect means they weaken more quickly at range. Close quarters is still their domain, but don't expect trick shots from mid-distance to land as reliably. Because the jump momentum reduction and penalties to firing while airborne and sliding make aggressive parkour less dominant. If you love sliding and jumping plus spray, it's less reliable now. But it can still work, just less reliable. The bug fix for momentum halting when jumping with melee weapons means less janky interruption when doing close combat jumps. More consistent hit registration over time. It is still a work in progress, but the netcode tweaks should reduce those instances where you deal damage but nothing registers or deaths look unfair. Weapon behaviour adjustments, recoil, stability and aiming while moving have been rebalanced, Weapon behavior adjustments, so recoil, stability, and aiming while moving have been rebalanced. Fewer weird UI bugs, clarity on gadget deploys, improvements in spawn logic, fewer exploit-based map traversals. Overall, matches might feel a little slower, more tactical, especially at range. The devs seem to be pushing the game toward more consistency and predictability, pulling back on chaotic movement advantages. Now, what still needs work? So even with these updates, there are still issues the community is calling out and things that devs have confirmed are being worked on. So the hit registration, some players report that the first few bullets after crouch sometimes miss even when aiming properly. Unpredictable bullet spread and bloom, bugs beyond just recoil are affecting bullet dispersion and making gun behavior feel inconsistent. More server browser matchmaking options, many are asking for a full in-game server browser. More weapon balancing, gadget tweaks, and map adjustments are expected in coming hotfixes and content patches. The devs mentioned they want to refine movement, weapon feel, and gameplay flow in upcoming patches. As with any large multiplayer title, there are still exploits, map clipping, spawn exploits, and one that's found more recently where you can use Recon's drone, stand on it, and you can go high using the hammer. And because of that, people can now once again get on the rooftops in Siege of Cairo and all that because they can just parachute down. So that's back. Just a pre-warning, if you haven't seen that yet. I've not personally seen that in my games yet, but I probably will at some point until it gets fixed. So that's pretty much everything right now on the current server-side changes in Battlefield 6. The devs are actively listening and pushing fixes quickly, which is nice to see. Now if you found this video helpful, hit the like button, subscribe for more, and hit that notification bell so you do not miss a video. I'll be covering every major update as it comes, and I'll see you in the next one.